Hey! Welcome to me inn. Ha ha! It looks like the bard is about to begin. I'll pour ya an ale over the stories, fables, and tales about the swords, sickles, and spells in the depths of the swells. So take a listen to the tales that we spin here at the Carriage Rest Inn.
Ahoy, and welcome to another episode of Carriage Rest Tales. I'm Mike, your host and dungeon master, and to my right we have...
Oh, hey, that's Sam. Hey guys, it's Sam, and I play Woods, currently read the Elven Ranger. Okay, last episode, so much stuff has happened. So Red is still very ornery. The woods are very much so affecting her, and that's because she realized that they're in Dorma. Zero clue how they got there. They did not open a rift. They just are there. Also, last time she was there, it was warm, fuzzy. She really enjoyed the feeling. Not happening. So that's where we're at.
Hello, this is Nick. I play Vaso, the half-orc barbarian. And in last episode, Vaso was feeling very irritable. He had the similar feeling when he went to Dorma for the first time. That feeling has come up again, and I think, as Red had mentioned, we are in Dorma, or we think we are, or...
Yeah, I think we are.
We're assuming we are. So he was very irritable, and he kind of led the charge into the battle.
Hey everybody, this is Ryan. I'm playing Kincaid the Sorcerer. Kincaid's no different. No clue that we're in Dorma. No idea what Dorma is. So he's just along, doing his mission.
What is his mission?
Clear the woods.
Yep.
But overall, he's pretty happy because the light being turned his homeland dagger into a magical weapon.
Yes,
pretty cool. Very sharp.
So sharp.
All right, we are going to start this episode off with Vaso rolling 2d20.
What?
I'm sensing a theme.
What
here.
is happening here?
A 3 and a 14.
All right.
Am I adding anything to these?
Nope, you're just rolling them straight. You got a 3 and a 14.
Yeah.
You are feeling you're irritable, you're kind of run down. You're looking at that bite mark that was on your arm, and it's starting to continually erode away at you.
Like flecky, dry skin, kind of?
Flecky, dry skin. And you're just not feeling well internally either. So you have one level of exhaustion.
Okay.
Woods is going to look at you and kind of look at your arm, and is this dissolution? Are you flecking back to Ivana? Or are you turning into a Denoa?
Well, I don't think I'm turning into a Denoa.
Are you actually a Denoa? I don't know what that means.
Do I look like
I don't know. This place is affecting
Am I
me.
trying to eat your face off?
I don't know. Guys, and she looks at the two of you.
Of all the Torchies Captain Brandon could have me rescue, I end up with these two.
Yeah, stick with us.
Light being shrugs.
So,
I'm shrugging with him.
Light being
shrugging with him.
here,
Okay, so Vasa, he's going to say, I think we need to get out of here to regroup, because this right here, this is going to kill me. It's eating away at me ever since that Denoa bit me.
Okay. She's going to look at the light being that's still standing in front of us and say, are there more things out there? Are there more of you?
It points at itself.
And she's going to kind of make some hand gestures, more a count on her fingers.
And it shakes its head no. Kincaid, you take 2 points of piercing damage.
Oh, son of a gun.
In your back.
In my back?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think I would take my time and slow turn. No, I'm turning around really quickly. What hit me in the back?
So you turn around really quickly and you start to feel a slashing damage. So take another 2 points of damage as now you're feeling a slashing in your back.
Nothing's there.
Are you going to turn around?
Yeah,
again?
I said I'm turning around.
Yeah. Oh, you turn around, nothing's there.
What do you do?
I'm taking off my shirt.
So as he turns around, you guys see that Kincaid's backpack that he has on is starting to move around and jostle. And then out of the corner of it, you just see the bag get sliced open as a badger just comes crawling out, and it's holding a
shard.
It's holding a gold coin in its mouth, and it starts running off into the woods.
The shards came back. The shards aren't dead. Take off your backpack, and she's going to come over and she's going to rip the backpack off of you.
Do I still see the badger?
Badger you still see him, but it's running into the woods, away from you.
I just give you all a smile and I sprint towards that badger.
Yeah, sounds good. You can catch up to it.
I'm just following it. I'm running.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I'm seeing where it goes.
Are you trying to catch it, or are you just following it?
Following.
All right, perfect. So Kincaid starts, I assume, drop your backpack and start running after this badger.
So
with my new dagger.
Yeah,
Your new dagger.
So
And your
Vaso,
trident in the other hand.
Yeah. Oh, I'm ready for action.
so Vaso, he can definitely relate. So he's just gonna.
No, take the things out of your pockets. And she's gonna like empty the
Okay,
shards.
fine. And like as he's running, he's gonna pull out the shard and just chuck him.
Go ahead and take 1 piercing damage as a squirrel bites your finger when you reach into your pocket to
Nuts.
to toss it.
Are
you
You
down
just
now?
see him throwing these little woodland creatures.
can
all
You know how
over the
funny it
place.
would be if the little woodland squirrel made him go unconscious right now. He only had 1 hit point left, and all
Yeah.
it took was a little
Squirrel.
squirrel biting his finger.
just die.
That's it.
Vaso's death
Here
is from a
lies
squirrel
Vaso,
taken down by
a
Squirrel.
bushy-tailed squirrel.
by Chip and Dale. I guess they were chipmunks.
That was chipmunks. Slappy the squirrel, Animaniacs. There you go.
Yeah, I don't know another famous squirrel.
Continue.
Okay, so he threw a woodland creature out, but did he also throw a shard out?
The woodland creature that I threw was very dark and hazy.
Okay, but are there any shards? Are there any things that have not transformed yet back into the things that they were?
I'd say some of them would still be shards.
Okay, I would like to go up to the said shard, and I would like to take my rapier out, and I want to stab the shard like I'm killing a horcrux.
Okay, you stab the shard and it stabs into a shard.
It just like breaks apart, and it doesn't like.
Doesn't break apart. Think of like a push pin.
Oh, it just like goes into it.
Yep.
Okay, that did nothing.
You now see quite a bit of distance between Kincaid and Vaso as they have continued on. The light being has stayed behind to see what you're doing.
I'm gonna continue tracking the light being,
Okay.
and she's gonna pick up the dark shard. Like, what is this?
Shakes its head.
Okay.
And like puts his arm up like attack it.
Yeah.
You put the sense together that it attacks the dark beings.
Okay.
That's just what it does.
That it just are you here to protect? Like, are you here to kill these?
You see it turn into the half orc.
Okay.
And it does like a big fluid bow.
Okay. Can you follow me? Like, will you follow me? And we're gonna chase after those two.
Oh, we're running.
I'm gonna
If you walk, you're.
I'm
That'd be
gonna
well.
pick up the pace and go after those two.
They are quite a bit ahead of you, and it is night.
Okay.
Even with your dark vision, it is pretty dark, and you still seem quite distracted.
Okay.
So it is going to take you a second to pick up their trail. So you're not catching up to them, but you're on their trail.
That's fine. I just want to follow them.
So you're following them, but you're going to be lagging behind them because you have to actually do ranger scouting to like find their trail. So we're going to move forward to our party of 2. You guys are running through the woods following a badger, and it just keeps running and running and running. How long are you going to keep running for?
There is no time limit.
Okay,
He's
sounds
my-
good.
he's my
You're-
objective.
You're waiting to see. Okay.
Yeah, he's hopefully leading me somewhere. That's what Kincaid's thinking.
He does lead you to a big field, and in the distance of the field, you see a temple that is sticking out above the trees. So think of like you enter a meadow, you look out in the distance, and you see the tree line about 50 feet away. But then sticking out of the tree line, so you would guess maybe like 100 feet into the trees, you see a top of a temple sticking out of the trees.
Nice.
But what you also see in this field is about 3 or 4 of those zombie type creatures that Vaso had encountered already.
Okay.
And the badger runs right between 2 of them as they are standing on guard.
Okay.
So if you want to follow, you are going to get attacked.
All right, I'm just making a note real quick.
That's fine.
30-second break. All right. back.
This break brought to you by iced coffee.
Way to rub that in my face. Yeah, okay. So I get here. Nick beat me here, which he normally does. It's fine.
When you come early, you get the last of the iced coffee.
But they're going on about, oh, this is the best iced coffee. And I walk in, they're like, do you like iced coffee? I was like, yeah, well, too bad we're out. And I was like, well,
It
that's
also
great.
wasn't vegan, so.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not missing anything.
But now that I know iced coffee can be our new thing, I will get all the supplies and I will make vegan iced coffee. It was really good, though, wasn't it, Nick?
It was.
Yeah,
we
it was.
all know how
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
your iced coffee. Okay. I'm in a field. There are 4 zombies.
Yep. And they are kind of, think of them as sentries standing on guard. And as the badger kind of runs through the line that they've created, they see you chasing it, and then they pull their swords out on guard. And they start walking towards you guys.
Are
Not
they-
running, but they're walking towards
Are they
you.
in a line?
They are in a line, like a left to right line as you're looking at them. They are walking towards you, so we are in combat, but you guys are going to be able to go first, whatever order that you want, because they're not running towards you, they're walking towards you. So they're at the bottom.
You go first since you
Oh,
were in the
yeah.
way.
Am I there yet?
You are not.
All right. I've been waiting a while to do this. All right. I'm about to cast a spell. But before I do, just for dramatic effect,
You're gonna flip through all your papers.
How far away am I from said creatures?
They're probably about 40 feet from you because they were on the far side of the meadow
Yep.
that you guys ran into. And now they are walking towards you, so I'd say they're probably about 40 feet from you.
Okay. I'm casting lightning bolt
Okay.
at these creatures, and I don't know if you're going to let me do both of these. If not, that's fine. I was going to do my ability to, I think I can like hover 10 feet in the air.
Yep. If you cast a spell.
If you cast a spell first level or higher, I can fly up to 10 feet away. So I'm above them, or I guess more like eye level. So I'm going like straight for the upper torso. And I am casting lightning bolt at them. So they need to make a dexterity saving throw.
I rolled 4 of the just because there's 4 of the monsters, but we have a 16, 17, 12, and 9.
Okay, so
What is
2
yours?
did not pass.
Okay.
The spell save DC was a 14.
So they're going to take the full damage,
Yeah.
and then the other ones are going to take half damage.
Yep. So do we just roll the same damage for...
Yeah, we'll just roll the damage, then we'll do full for the 2 that failed and half for the ones that...
Can I borrow a D6? Oh my god. All right, I'm going to roll this twice. That's full
Ooh.
damage. 5, 10, 12, 13. Man.
Oh,
What
that
a horrible
stinks.
roll. 16, 20.
So 20 is the full damage.
20 is the full damage.
Yep.
Then whatever half of this is.
10.
10. Yep. That's what I was gonna.
Oh, Ryan was gonna roll it again.
I was just gonna do the 10.
11. Oh, is that fine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
that's
It's the
fine.
same.
Yeah.
It's the same spell. You're doing a chain lightning attack on them.
Yeah.
Right? Basically, we'll think
Man,
of it
what a
like
waste of a spell.
the first 2. I mean,
Yeah.
you dealt 40, 50, 60 damage in total.
Yep.
Quite a bit.
And also,
Oh, because
with,
they each take that.
Yeah.
and then also with my ability, when I cast a first level of higher of lightning or thunder damage, I deal 3 damage to every creature.
So
That's awesome.
they get an additional 3.
Yep.
You immediately tear off a couple of limbs of the first 2 that were in that chain lightning that took kind of the brunt of it. And then it kind of dissipated a little bit more. And you saw it didn't quite do as much damage to the other 2.
Okay.
But you did a pretty sizable hit. Did it let out an audible part at all in that spell with that lightning?
Let's consult. It just says a stroke of lightning forming a line 100 feet long and 5 feet wide blast out from you in a direction you choose. Dexterity saving throw, 8d6 damage on a failed save, half as much on a successful one. The lightning ignites flammable objects in the area that aren't being worn or carried.
I'm going to actually give them an extra, because it was a fire-based attack. I'm actually going to double the damage because they are acceptable to fire. So those first 2 actually do die from your attack, and the other 2 are the ones that are now missing their arm. But with that flash of light, you hear a roar come from within the tree line as a much larger zombie creature appears, and you recognize it as a ogre,
Cool.
but in a zombie form.
Okay.
It takes up right behind the 2 of them, and it is not slowly walking towards you, but running towards you guys because it has been summoned into battle
Summoned.
with the
Oh,
first
the
line.
lightning.
Yep.
Okay.
Think of him as like the general, and you just annihilated his troops.
That's what Kincaid does.
All right, so that was Kincaid's turn. I guess we got Vaso next.
So there's 2 of the smaller guys, and then there's like a bigger guy behind them coming up to it. How far away is the big one?
He's still in the tree line. You just are seeing him because of that big bright flash of light. You're seeing that monster coming out of the tree line. So he's 50 feet away.
Okay, so the 2 smaller guys, how far apart are they from each other?
They're probably about 10 feet from each other.
So I'm gonna do lightning breath,
Okay.
like right in the middle, because it's a 15-foot cone.
All sorts of lightning damage in here.
So they gotta do dexterity saving throw.
A 20 and a 14.
So 1 passes and 1 meets.
So ties go to the attacker. So 1 passes, 1 failed.
Okay, so it's gonna be a 3d6 damage. A great 1, 5, 6, so 10 damage. That's
10.
the full amount.
And same thing, a lightning, fiery based one. You feel like it does more damage to it.
Mm-hmm.
So one of them bites the dust, turns into a dark shard, and the other one is barely crawling. So you've like knocked off both its legs, but it's still dragging itself towards you like a typical zombie would do.
Okay, and how far away is that last one from me?
The big guy,
Not the big one, but the last one.
I think they were 40 feet from me. They probably haven't moved since you guys just
Yeah.
annihilated them. So
So he's actually gonna run up to it and then just swing at it?
I think you can get up to it, but I think you don't have an action left because you used your lightning breath as your attack action.
Okay.
You
So
can
I
get-
get extra attack.
Yeah, but I think that only works when you do melee. I don't
Melee
think it
attack,
counts as
yeah.
spell and
Okay.
I think it has to be the same weapon.
yeah.
Then I'm just gonna kind of hang back.
Okay. You can technically do it. Oh, you have to attack to do an offhand attack. And you don't have a two-handed. All right. Yep. So you're going to hang back?
Yeah.
And enemies go. Zombie is crawling towards you, but he is going to just get stepped on by the big guy closing the distance behind. I gotta see what his movement is. I don't think he's going to make it to you, but yeah. He's actually going to cover the distance because he's going to use his movement and his action as a dash because he's just running into battle, fully screaming. You guys are close to each other at this point because you're still both trailing behind. So I'm picturing Kincaid, this guy's just crossing the field and you're just floating down. You're like, oh no, oh no, oh no. And he's
crap.
right up in melee with you guys, like screaming on you, and you just feel that horror right in front of you. But that brings us up to Kincaid. You are in melee. You wanted to stay behind and talk to the light shard.
I know. Just everyone's gonna die.
Then you can come heal them.
I can't.
You don't have any more spells left?
I mean, I do, but
All right. Sorry, bud.
Friendly fire.
I do. I do.
poor Vaso.
I do have a bonus spell. I'm going to cast Misty Step.
Good spell.
Briefly surrounded by silvery mist, you teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space that you can see. So I want to go behind him.
Okay. See you,
and-
Basso.
And then I'm going to cast Witch Bolt at a second level spell. A beam of crackling blue energy lances out towards a creature within range, forming a sustained arc of lightning between you and the target. Make a ranged spell attack against that creature. On a hit, the target takes 1d12 lightning damage. And on each of your turns for the duration, you can use your action to deal 1d12 lightning damage to the target automatically. Spell ends if you use your action to do anything else. The spell also ends if the target is ever outside the spell range, which is 30 feet. So since I cast it at second level, it's 2d12.
You make an attack modifier on it. He is in melee. Oh, you're not in rage, though, are you, Basso? Never mind.
Oh yeah.
Not yet.
All right, so I get to add plus 8 to this. Big roll. 17.
That hits.
It's a big roll.
Yes. So I do 2d12.
They're the weird looking ones.
I know, I was just
I
trying
can
to...
never, like, the 12 and the 10 always trip me up.
14 damage, plus it's another lightning-based spell, so another 3.
So 17.
Yep.
Same thing. You definitely feel like it's sizzling a lot hotter on this undead creature. So it takes a lot more of the force than it anticipated.
Mm-hmm.
So you see like a big bird mark go across its back since you teleported behind him.
Yep.
Vaso.
Okay, so Vaso is in melee with this big zombie monster.
Yes, you are.
God, I don't know if I want to use my last rage. I mean, he doesn't have very many hit points, so he's got to do rage. So,
Okay. So you're jumping into rage.
Yep, jumping into rage, and then he's just gonna swing away. 8.
Meets.
It meets.
It meets.
Okay.
This guy's got no armor class.
Wow.
Okay. All right. 15 damage.
Okay.
And he is immediately going to swing again.
Okay. Sounds good.
16.
Hits. Doubles his armor class.
10 damage.
Guy doesn't have much armor, but he has a hit point tank.
All right.
Oh, great. Good to know.
You yell, you're enraged, just yelling at this monster, but it is not really phased by it because it's a monster in itself. Does a 20 hit your armor class?
Yes, it does.
All right. So you take 13 bludgeoning damage,
Done.
So 6.
6. It takes a second attack, 18. Is that your armor class?
Yep.
You take 14 bludgeoning damage. Are you still up?
Oof.
I'm still alive.
Oh, wow. That's impressive. Kincaid, I believe it's you.
Yep. Okay, so remind me, on a concentration spell, I can't cast anything else, correct?
Concentration, you can't cast any other concentration spells, but you can cast non-concentration spells.
So I can do a cantrip?
Can do a cantrip
I guess so I can react my Witch Bolt,
as your action.
and then I can do a bonus action to...
Yep.
All right, well, I'm just going to enact my Witch Bolt.
Okay.
Another 2d12 coming at you.
Yeah, it automatically hits because you're just keeping the same hit,
Yeah.
right?
So that's 15
So
lightning damage plus another 3, so 18.
36 damage total that you've dealt.
Nice.
And it's definitely starting to look weaker, but it's still up and going.
I got to cast Firebolt. I'm going to use 2 of my sorcery points and then hurl a Firebolt at it.
Okay.
And do I get advantage now?
You do because he's enraged.
25,
Hits.
2d10. 8.
It is looking very weak at this point. That was fire, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, just making sure because it's doing double damage.
As a creature of water, I have a lot of fire.
Yeah, you do.
Well, and lightning.
Boiling water everywhere.
Lightning makes
Lightning.
sense.
Yeah, but
Fire,
it's steam.
That's
When
what
you're
we decided.
underwater, it's all steam.
That's what we decided, yeah.
Yeah.
I have really clear pores.
Clear.
Yeah.
All right, Vaso. I saw you looking at something over there. I'm curious what you're doing.
Nah, I just reviewing my sheet, make sure I'm utilizing everything.
Everything at your
Yeah.
disposal.
Make sure to have a healing potion somewhere.
Yeah, so he's just going to swing again.
Sounds good.
19,
Hits.
11 damage. And he's going to swing again. 25,
That hits.
6 damage.
All right. Ryan, you've played Diablo. So some monsters, when you hit them, they start to like
Oh, like pulse.
pulse. And you hit this monster and it kind of like teeters and starts pulsing. And you're like, that's weird. And then it explodes.
Oh.
And forces you back. Woods, I'm going to say this is exactly when you appeared
great.
on their trail. And you see this carnage happening in front of you. You see Vaso get that shot in, and then the zombie creature explodes and just sends all this shrapnel
Okay.
shredding through the remaining health that Vaso has. How much health do you have?
I got 5 hit points
Okay,
left.
yeah. So I'm going to say it shreds
He's
through the
down.
remaining of his health, so he is down.
Okay. Is he down, or one of those goes to 1 hit point things?
Nope, because I only get 1 per long rest.
Okay.
So I am down.
I'm going to run up to Vaso, and I'm just going to yell, Kincaid, we need to leave.
No, there's
we
actually a
need to-
temple. No,
We need to leave.
I'm not leaving.
He's dead.
No,
No.
the
he's-
light creature. Where's the
he's-
light being?
And I look around, is the light guy behind me?
Yes, the light guy is behind you, and he is going to be running up towards Vaso.
Okay.
And he's going to touch Vaso, and you are familiar with Cure Wounds.
Mm-hmm.
So you see healing spells, but this looks a little bit different.
Okay.
So you watch this light being kind of taking some of its light and pouring it over Vaso, and you
Okay.
see some of those kind of wounds kind of heal up. That gives you an idea that as you're watching this, you have learned the gift of light.
Ooh.
Gift of life spell.
Ooh. So I basically can. Okay.
I'm going to read it for the listeners.
Yeah. Sorry.
And the other players.
I'm just like, ooh, this is great. Okay, so the caster taps into their soul and uses their life force to aid those in need. Take 1d4 soul damage. Half of this damage is then used to heal another creature, player, NPC capped at their hit point max. So basically, I can roll this up to my current player level. So I can roll 6d4s and you would get half of that back, but I take the full damage.
Correct.
Okay.
See, good
It's
things
ten-
happen when you go unconscious.
Hey,
You
Uh,
learn
It's kind
things.
of a last ditch effort to like, oh, I need to
Yeah.
picture like, oh, I just don't want him to I don't want him to die. And you're like, I'm going to give him part of my life.
My life, yeah. Okay, and it's just like all the other ones, like kind of like a cantrip.
Yep, it's a bonus action.
Okie dokie. I still think we should leave.
No, the temple.
I understand.
There is a temple right there.
I understand that, but I can
We
listen
have
to me.
come this far.
Listen to me.
You can leave. I
no,
am not leaving.
listen to me. I can open a rift. We can step out into friendly territory and rest, and then we can come right back to this spot. When we are fully healed and we can gather our thoughts, we can come right back to this spot.
You can't. I can't. You can't guarantee that.
Yes, I can. I absolutely
Then
can.
You need to do it now. If not, the temple's right there.
And I'm
That
gonna
could be what we're looking for.
open the rift.
Are you doing anything with the Vaso at the moment or no?
He's
He's stable now. I just wanted to know.
Is he
Yeah.
at 0 or 1 hit point or?
He's probably at 0 now with the light being probably got him to 0. So he's not rolling death saves,
but he's unconscious.
but he's
I'm
unconscious.
just prone.
I'm gonna have you go back to 5 hit points because I just took those from you for the story element.
See, he's fine.
But you're unconscious. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
So I am going to use 3 levels, and I just rolled 4, 5, 9. Does that open a rift big enough that we can see through it and see that it is Ivana?
You see Ivana, but as you're looking through the rift, you don't see the meadow that you're in. Instead, you see a river.
So it's water.
Well, I mean, you're casting it, but you're kind of like on a river bank.
Okay.
And it looks very familiar to you, kind of like a spot you had passed on your way into the dark forest.
Okay. Look, we could go to that side. We could make a game plan, and then I can open it back up, and we can come back to this. But what are we gonna do? Dead. Look at him.
Yeah.
Like, we can't. I agree. We need to go there, but I don't think we can go there like this. And I'm gonna roll persuasion.
Kincaid,
10.
out of the corner of your eye, next to you because you had teleported behind. So you're kind of back by that line of 4 zombies still. Now your corner eye, you see something glisten in the light as that light being is doing its manipulation.
Well, I'm going to check out what's glistening.
What's glistening is a little rolled up parchment that's got a golden band kind of around it holding it together.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm opening it.
It is a adventuring contract. It's withered with time, but in the contract it says, retrieve the Harbinger's bow from the Temple of Saline.
Done. Signing it.
It's too weathered and torn to kind of see who requested it, but that's what you can make out of the contract is to retrieve the Harbinger bow from the Temple of Saline. Woods, you opened your rift. It is slowly closing again.
What are we going to do?
well-
You can't heal us.
No. Well, let's get him through the rift.
We're going to go to the other side.
Take his head. I got his legs.
Okay.
Let's go.
We're going to pick it up and we're going to get through the rift.
You guys walk through the rift, and the rift...
K doesn't go through the rift.
Oh, King K does not go through the rift? Okay. Do you just drop his legs or something?
As soon as he gets more to it's more like a push.
Hey guys, it's Mike, your host and Dungeon Master at Carriage Rest Tales. I just want to say thanks for spending the time listening to us on our podcast. It really just means a lot to us. If you are enjoying this content, please like and subscribe to this channel, and we'll pass this along to your friends so we can grow our listenership as well. You should also check us out on our website at carriageresttales.com. At our website, you'll be able to access some of our additional content, such as our one-shot episodes, but you'll also be able to see some of the information on how you can get a hold of us either through social media or email. As always, thanks again for being a listener, and don't be a stranger. We'd love to hear from you. Enjoy the rest of the show. So, Woods and Vaso, you guys drop into Ivana.
Okay.
You're by a river.
Okay.
You recognize the river as kind of being close to where you had came up to the dark forest.
Okay.
But it's back a little bit more.
Okay.
And then you look as you see Kincaid not go through the rift as it finishes closing.
And she's just shaking her head at
I
him.
bow. Am I still with the light shard or
Yep,
light
the
figure?
light being stayed behind with Kincaid, since it's what its job is to be here.
I am going to use my new gift of light and try to get him awake.
Okay, sounds good.
So I'm going to do it. I haven't done this before, so I'm just going to do it one time. So I give him 2 hit points back.
Okay, and you take 4. That's how you roll. Sorry. Also, you get 2 hit points back.
Is he conscious?
Yeah, I'd say he'd probably wake up at this point.
Okay. And we're just sitting on the bank.
As you're sitting on the bank, you're looking out towards the dark forest, and it is a lot closer than this spot was last time. Basically, when you were at this spot last time in your journey, you couldn't see the dark forest yet. But now it's right in front of you. Like your rift just took you just to the edge of the dark forest.
Okay. And we think that, so what I discern, the dark forest is growing.
Dark forest is growing.
Okay.
How far can you walk into the dark forest?
What do you mean?
Halfway, because then you'd be walking out.
Oh. There we go, kid.
That's why I stayed behind.
That's why you stayed in. We're going to find our halfway point. Okay.
We need a short rest.
I'm panicking. I'm pacing the riverbank.
Vasto's just sitting there, and he's just sitting there, like just bandaging himself up. And I guess we should do a short rest.
Yeah, I got
nothing.
You're going to die.
Yeah.
And I can't believe he stayed in there. Like, God, he's not a team member. Like, he's not a part of a team. Like, what an idiot. Like, he's going to die. Crap. And Captain Brandon saved us. We're going to freaking go back and save him. Ugh. She like kicks a rock.
Right into Vaso's forehead.
And he's unconscious again. Yeah.
Vaso and Woods, you guys are welcome to do a short rest. It is an 8-hour overnight stay, so it's going to be like you set up a camp outside the dark forest, bandage your wounds, do whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
And he's going to use his hit dice to get health back.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, I assume
So she and
the way hit dice works, with the way I always see it, is you're bandaging your wounds. And you guys are adventurers, so you have stuff in your packs. And even if you lose your packs, you are in nature and you have a ranger, so you can probably find medicinal herbs and stuff like that.
That's tough. That's a tough roll right there.
What's the hit dice? Is that 1d12?
It's based on your
variant.
Well,
it's
you get
1d12.
6 of them.
Yeah, you get as many as you have level. You guys have done a short rest.
Oh yeah, I only have
some other time, so I don't know how many of you have left.
crap.
I got 5 left.
Oh, you got
I
5
had
left.
1 left, and I rolled a 1.
You get to add your Constitution modifier.
Yeah,
to it.
which is 2.
Well, there you go.
You got 3 back.
It's not all lost.
But you also get half your spell slots back. That's a big one for you.
Is it D12?
D12 for the barbarian, yep.
And that's
11 plus what? What
Your
do I-
Constitution
Constitution.
modifier.
okay. I get
It's 8 hours for a short rest.
Short rest, yep. Kincaid's going to be in there by himself for a while with that light shard, which we're going to handle in a minute, but I'm finishing up outside.
I mean, I've already lost one character. I've been here. I got ideas for my third one, so we'll just see what happens.
Yeah, I'm not.
I think Kincaid did exactly what he would do. He's trying to finish
It's
his mission.
Yeah, no, that's
I played my character.
I'm so
Red.
that was so good D and we all played our characters. Like that was really good D&D, guys. I think so at least.
So-
And and like Woods, like we know you're a part of our crew, but like at the end of the day, like she's gonna save Vassal's life. Like
And that's what I expected.
yeah, like you're not. If you were Nomus, it would have been a lot harder conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think Nomus would have gotten the hell out of there.
yeah,
I think so too. All
He can't do anything.
right, so I'm going to cut to Kincaid
Yeah,
as you
yeah,
guys
yeah, yeah.
are doing this. Kincaid, you are in the dark forest now, and you have the light being with you as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty quiet because you've taken care of the sentries. So at this point, you are free to move towards the temple if that's what Kincaid was planning on doing.
I think first I would kind of like crouch down a little bit and look at the light shard and ask, have you been here before? And point at the temple.
And it points at the contract in your hand,
So I'm going to say you are the party trying to find the bow.
and it nods.
Okay. So you have not been in there.
It kind of looks down and nods yes, but kind of you can sense shame coming from it.
Is it dangerous in there?
Definitely shakes his head yes.
Should I go in there by myself?
It shakes his head no. But then it also gets its sword out into like trying to let you know you're not going to be alone. Like it's here for whatever comfort that is to Kincaid.
Do you know how to get in there?
Shakes his head yes.
Are you able to heal me any like you did my friend before we go in there?
It would take a knee and kind of rest up a little bit, and then it would touch like your foot, for example, and you can feel yourself get back, let's say, roll a d12.
10.
So you get back 10 hit points.
All right.
But you also see that its light force had diminished quite a bit. Like the brightness of it had diminished when it did that.
Let's go, but stealthily.
Sounds good. Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Let me flip through all my papers here.
next episode is just gonna be
plus 2.
a single episode of just Ryan in this dungeon.
14.
Ryan in the dungeon. So
It is Dungeons and Dragons.
as you sneak through the forest, you start hearing wind blowing through the trees, but it's very rhythmic. And then as you get closer, it's getting louder. It's kind of like a whistling sound. And you get closer, and then you definitely notice that what you're hearing is breathing. And you look at the temple, and it's pretty eroded at this point, so there's not really difficult to get in. You can just see into it.
Okay. So it's like pretty much rubble at this point?
Yep, pretty much rubble at this point, but it's still like a structure because you saw it from a distance, but there's like a hole in the wall. There's doors are just missing. Like it's not big fortified structure.
Okay.
But inside you see something fairly large laying on top of a pile of trinkets. And now we're going to cut over to outside.
So Vasto did his hit dice and he got 31 health back.
Nice. Vasso's ready to go.
Yep. And he's got 2 of his rages back because he
Okay.
gets half of his rages.
That was a game mechanic we added for the listener. I did a DM decision that he gets half his rages back on a short rest.
I can't open a rift.
You were reading the book. Do you want me to tell what you read? Or
Oh, yeah, we could, yeah.
I'm going to say you probably calmed yourself down enough to be able to read the diary
Okay.
while you were on your rest. You decided you were going to read the whole thing. So this is what you've learned. You learned that the owner of the diary, Blake Merle, was from high class in Black Bay Harbor, but his parents didn't approve of his lover because she was a small town girl. We discussed that already. They then talked about how they were leaving their family behind to start their adventuring life, and they began the creation of the Purple Blades. The majority of the rest of the diary depicts kind of their adventures of how they did things and things they picked up, tricks along the way. Because you took the time to read through the whole diary, you get to gain 1 ability score of your choice. Because you picked up something from their adventures that you can utilize in your abilities now. So like a new move to be dexterous or
Ooh.
something to raise your wisdom.
Okay.
You can do that after if you want to, or you can do it now. We'll do it after.
Okay.
The last entry of the book, the author is discussing his worry, because he believes the mission they are on is more that they can manage. The beast guarding the temple is simply just too much. But the rest of the party thinks that they can manage, and they'll discuss it at camp that evening. It then says that the monster guarding the temple is a dragon. And you also read that the name of the temple is the Temple of Saline. And as soon as you read the word Saline, you immediately sense your goddess is feeling like something sparked a memory that she had forgotten. So for the next battle, you're going to have advantage on everything if you decide to go into battle.
No. Okay, I'm gonna explain this to Vaso. So she finishes explaining everything, and okay, so I feel like I have learned a lot from this diary, and I really am harnessing Lucha. Here's my problem. I'm too weak. I think I might be able to open a rift to get us back in there, but I think that's the last thing that I'll do. I need more time. Like I need a week. Like I need more time. Unless you can somehow figure out how to
open a rift,
or give me some help or heal me.
Oh, okay.
In some
Do you
way.
not have? Okay, yeah. So I've got.
Okay. Well, I mean,
I've got 2 hit dice left, so I'll give those to you.
Doesn't quite work that way,
you
but
can't give hit die. Yeah. So we're having this like conversation, and she's gonna remember that she can cure wounds on herself because she kind of forgot that. All right. Let me just.
Okay.
And she's gonna I'm gonna go meditate. Let me see if I can get my head straight so we can get back in there.
Okay.
So she's gonna do that. She's gonna go meditate. She's gonna roll some cure wounds.
So Vaso didn't see the gift of the light. So
It was being done on you.
it was
Oh,
being done
that's
on
right.
you,
Yeah.
so you didn't see it. I was gonna say she can maybe try to explain it, but yeah, you didn't physically see it because you were unconscious.
Yeah.
How much you get back?
19.
Nice, plenty here.
I still have 2 more spell slots. Okay, so some time passes. She
Yep.
kind of like collects herself. All right, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go back in there and help him.
Okay.
I'm asking you.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
what? Okay. So you learned that the temple is guarded by a dragon.
Yeah, it's guarded by a dragon, and I think we need to go in and get him because I don't think we can't fight a dragon. Can you fight a dragon?
Okay. So with that, he's going to use his other 2 hit points or hit dice.
Yeah.
Because he needs all his strength back.
Yeah. Okay.
So let me roll for that really quick. Great. 3. Okay. 13.
And you added your modifier.
Do I add?
Yeah, you had your
Yeah.
constitution
You had your
modifier.
Constitution modifier.
Oh yeah, I did. Okay. Yeah.
Or whatever. Yeah.
I didn't suspect I was going to be fighting a
Alright,
dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm ready to go.
All right.
I'll fight the dragon.
Okay, well, I'm going to open it, and you're going to close it. I'm going to open the rift. We're going to go through it.
Wasn't it closing on itself?
Oh, yeah.
So we'll just go through it.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to open, and I'm going to kind of go back to where we originally came out of, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to face, so we walked into it, so I'm going to turn around and
Okay.
cast it like I'm
yeah.
trying to go back in, right? So
Yeah.
same exact spot. I hope this works. I really hope this works. She's going to do it 2 levels. So 2, 4. Does that get it open?
It does get it open, and you see a dark dorma. Well, I guess you don't see anything, right?
It's just black.
Because it's a black. You kind of messed that up last time. But, all right, yeah. You see, you're getting skilled enough now. You can see through the fog.
Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect.
So you see Dorma on the
Okay.
other side.
Can we discern if it's the same place, the same meadow?
You don't see a meadow, but you see kind of some rubble.
Okay. And she's gonna just look at her friend and say, "Let's go." And she's gonna
go.
step through.
Jump through.
Okay.
We're jumping through.
You guys jump through, and you feel a gust of wind kind of hit your back. We're going to switch scenes to Kincaid. You are sneaking in closer, and you see your little badger friend present the gold coin. It's now that you put it together that it was the gold coin from your homeland that it had stolen. And the dragon reaches down, plucks it, and then just gets all happy, puts it down and kind of lays over it. And then you hear him say, "Good job, Dark One. Now go get me more." And then you see the badger kind of turn and run away. And as it's running away, you see a rift open as 2 of your compatriots step out into the middle of this room as a badger goes running across your guys' feet, and you feel the dragon just breathe onto your back.
Looks like the bard has done it again. What a splendid crowd y'all have been. Thank you so much for joining us here at the Carriage Rest Inn.
Hey guys, it's Mike, your host and Dungeon Master at Carriage Rest Tales. I just want to say thanks for taking the time to listen to our podcast. It really means a lot to us. If you are enjoying the content and you haven't already, please give us a 5-star review. It's really going to help us grow our listenership and be able to reach more people. I also want to give a special thanks to Tabletop Audio for providing the background music for today's episode.